Hey Math Rockstars, I'm going to do a problem from the end of the section on solving rational equations from your textbook. It's number 18, and here it is, 1 over x minus 2 plus 2 equals 3x over x plus 2. And I'm going to start off by figuring out what my lowest common denominator is. Then I'll use some algebra to clear the denominators and turn this complicated looking problem into something much simpler. So let's look for common denominators first of all. So in the denominator right now, what I have is a factor of x minus 2. That's that factor. A factor of 1, right? 2 is a whole number and it's over 1, and x plus 2. That's my third factor over in the term that's on the right-hand side of the equation. I need all of those factors, the x minus 2, the 1, and the x plus 2 in a common denominator in order to be able to clear those fractions. So I'm going to end up with x minus 2 and x plus 2 as my LCD, my lowest common denominator. The 1 doesn't make a difference really, right? It's not going to change the value. What I do next is to multiply each term. So here's my first term, my second term, and my third term by the factor that it's missing. So for example, my first term, 1 over x minus 2, the denominator is missing the factor x plus 2. So I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by the missing factor x plus 2. My next term, 2 over 1, is missing both factors. So I need to multiply top and bottom by x minus 2 and x plus 2. And then my third term, the 3x over x plus 2, that one is just missing the x minus 2. So all I need to multiply top and bottom by now is just the x minus 2. Now once I've done that, I can clear the fractions. And if you'd like to see algebraically how that's happening, send me an email and I'll make you another little video. But the end result is that I end up with just the factors that are on the top. So let me just get a different color here. What's going to happen is that the bottoms are going to completely cancel out. And all I'll be left with are the numerators. 1 times x plus 2 plus 2 times x minus 2 x plus 2 and 3x times x minus 2. So my denominators have been completely canceled out, completely cleared, and I'm left with just the numerators and a pretty straightforward equation to solve. So let me go back to my black and I'll solve this problem. So I've got x plus 2 plus, I'm going to expand out the x minus 2 and the x plus 2. I'll end up with x squared minus 4. My inside and outside terms, the negative 2x and the positive 2x will cancel out. And over on the right, I have 3x squared minus 6x. And then I'll do a little distributing, and I'm going to move everything to one side of the equation. So I think I'll move everything to the left. I'll end up with 2x squared and 3x squared combining to a negative x squared. End up with x and negative 6x combining to be a positive 7x. And then my 2, and that'll be a negative 8, right? Because I'm going to distribute the 2 to the negative 4, and 2 plus a negative 8 will be a negative 6. And I'll end up with just 0 over on the right. Then I'll multiply everything through by a negative 1. End up with x squared minus 7x minus 6, plus 6 equals 0. Do a little bit of factoring. So x minus 6 times x minus 1 equals 0. And end up with two possibilities, x equals positive 6 or x equals a positive 1 for my answer. And then all I really need to do is just check to make sure that those aren't going to give me zeros back in the original problem. And if I plug in a 6 back in the original problem, I won't end up with a 0 in the denominator, and if I plug 6 back into the original problem, I also won't end up with a 0 in the denominator, so I'm good to go. There are my answers.